Hello, Durud and Shalom. Okay, let me actually change that. Okay, fantastic. All right, guys, we're getting into the grooming gang debate part. Let's see what sort of nonsense we're going to see today. I see the chat is already busy. Oh, thank you guys for being here ahead of time. I appreciate that. Yes, we will talk about that on Meet on the Iran Revolution Live for sure. But today we want to talk about this debate, especially after the United Kingdom rally in London by Tommy Robinson. I think it's worth talking about this. We'll talk about Iran stuff in the next stream that we have coming up right after this one. So we'll do this for about 2 hours, and then we'll end this, and then we'll do Iran Revolution Live and go back to Iran stuff. But right now, I would like to focus on the grooming gangs debate among these people and see what they have to say. I have a suspicion. That Piers Morgan, this lady, and this guy at the bottom left. Again, I might be wrong about this, and I promise I haven't watched this video. Okay, but whenever it comes to this debate, this discussion, people don't understand the difference between total numbers and per capita. I think it's going to come to that. So let's see if I'm correct about this. And I promise you guys, I haven't seen this. And if I'm wrong, I will admit it. Also, I'm going to keep an eye on the live chat. So if you have any questions or opinions, I'll try to respond to some of them. Okay. Oh, thank you. Look at this. What a beautiful message you already received. Ronnie said, "Oh, no, not this one. This one, Ronnie saying, "Hi, Army. Thank you for being part of my life for the past 3 or so years." Well, Ronnie, thank you for being part of my life for the past 3 or so years. That is very sweet. What a beautiful, beautiful message. Oh my God, I'm so touched. I'm so touched. Okay, let's get to it. Let me come here. Thank you, Ronnie. It's always great to have you here. All right, let's play.
We've had the issue of small boats coming over the channel from France, which has been completely uncontrolled. And we've had between 40 and 60,000 people a year coming in illegally. And once they get here, it's almost impossible to send them anywhere else. And so they've been put up in hotels at expense to the taxpayer, cause a lot of social anger and unrest. And it should have been tackled years ago. We've also had a massive issue with legal migration, where under Tony Blair, a Labour Prime Minister, but also then fueled by successive Conservative Prime Ministers,
Correct.
we have allowed too many people to come into the country legally with too many dependents. I don't think these things are contestable. They're just a reality of what we've done in this country. But the narrative that we are being overrun by Muslims is untrue. And that is also, I think, a demonstrable fact in this country. And I'm just concerned that the problem with Robinson is that he spews all this stuff all the time. If you look at his...
What did Tommy say? What did Tommy say that was wrong? Sorry, I was paying attention to the chat. What did Tommy say that's wrong?
And that is also, I think, a demonstrable by Muslims done in this country. But the narrative that we are being overrun by Muslims is untrue. And that
you don't need to be overrun by Muslims for things to get messy. Oh my God. The fact that UK with only 6% Muslim population has already turned into a garbage place to live because of that 6% shows the influence that a Muslim population can have on a society in small percentages. If they can do this with 6 fucking percent, what do you think they can do with 12%? You don't need an overwhelming majority of Muslims in your country for the Islamic influence in your country to make your society go to shit. You only need a very dedicated, politically active minority that vote as a voting bloc and are very determined to fuck your country. And look at what they've already done with 6%. Look at what have they already done with 6%. This is a strawman. Oh, we're not overrun. It doesn't matter. You already fucked your society with 6%. And you're heading towards 12%. You're heading towards 15%. If this is what they've done with 6%, what happens when they get to 15%?
That is also, I think, a demonstrable fact in this country. And I'm just concerned.
That's not the point. That's not the point. They have already taken so many of your councils. They're already inside your politics. They're already influencing your politics. They're already undermining British values. Your fucking prime minister decided to abandon its major ally, United States, in their positioning against the Islamic Republic because of the Muslim voting bloc in the UK. If that doesn't show, among many other signs, that the Muslim population is a major security threat and a threat to your identity as a country, I don't know what else does. See, guys, a lot of people think that the Muslim threat is because of the violence and the terrorism and the crimes. Those are important, but it's the tip of the iceberg. It's the tip of the iceberg. I'm not gonna basically belittle how important it is, the grooming gangs, the violence, the crimes. That's a big deal, but that's the tip of the iceberg. The bigger problem when it comes to a Muslim population are the ones who do not commit crimes, are the ones who are not violent, are the ones who do not commit acts of terror. Oh, Armin, what the hell are you talking about? The Muslims who do not commit acts of violence are more problematic? Yes. I'll tell you, yes. You know why? You know why they're a bigger deal? You know why they cause more problems? Because there's more of them, and they might not terrorize, they might not shoot bullets, but they cast ballots. They fucking vote. And that is a bigger danger long term to your values, even than the terrorism and the grooming gangs and the crimes and the violence. That is a bigger threat to your society longer term than the crimes that they commit. They vote. Their vote is more dangerous than the bullets of the terrorist Muslims. Guys, nobody is explaining this to you the way I am. I have been talking about this for years. Every time people think about the Muslim threat, they think explosions, grooming gangs, rape, crimes. I'm telling you, you need to be more afraid of the vote. I mean, these are important. Don't, I'm not belittling that. That's important. But not enough people are talking about the vote, the Muslim vote, the political activism. I mean, some people are now right now, but I've been warning about this for years now. And even the people who are anti-Islam, even the people who are concerned about the Islamic population in the West have been mostly focusing on that tip of the iceberg. Oh, we got our first super chat. Thank you, guys. We're trying to reach 10 super chats today. In the next 1 hour and 40 minutes. Let's see if we could get there. Thank you so much, Robert. Robert with the first super chat saying, Armin, for the first Secretary of State of Persia. Well, thank you. Well, Secretary of State of Iran, but thank you. Okay. So, Robert, I appreciate really the super chat. Let's go with the word Iran, because we want to make sure that all Iranians are considered part of the country. By the way, I wouldn't be a good Secretary of State. I would be continuing to do what I'm doing right now, but I appreciate the vote of confidence, right? And thank you so much for the first super chat, Robert. Really helpful that you're supporting the show. Iran, yes, there you go, Robert. Fantastic. Love it. Just to be clear to people here, Iran is not an Islamic word, okay? Iran means the land of Aryans. Iran is pre-Islamic ancient word. Iran means the land of Aryans. Okay? Don't think that just because it rhymes with Iraq, it's like Islamic or anything. Okay? So yes. And Aryan is not an ethnicity. Those Nazis changed the meaning. Those fucking Nazis made it mean something that it doesn't mean. Aryan just means noble people. Aryan is a set of cultures and language groups, has nothing to do with blood, ethnicity, or race. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, and my name, by the way, Armin, means the guardian of the Aryan land. Yes. Okay, yes, exactly. When it comes to the Persian Gulf, Persian. When it comes to the Persian Gulf, we say Persian. When it comes to the country, it's Iran. And Sarah, thank you so much for the. Oh my God, well, guys, we haven't even started, and we're at 3 super chats. Amazing. Sarah saying Persian Gulf, Persian Gulf, Persian Gulf, Persian Gulf. Yes, and Persian Gulf, Persian Gulf. The Arabs already have the Arabian Sea. We're not trying to change that to the Persian Sea, so keep the Persian Gulf Persian. And thank you so much, Sarah, for the super chat. And Amir with our 3rd super chat of the day. Oh my guys, what the hell? You guys are being so generous. Thank you to Robert and Sarah and now Amir. Say, I claim the next rant only if it's natural. I can't I can't explain you how, but it's ASMR for some of us. Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Okay, you know what? These people are so fucking stupid that I could tell you that, it's going to happen. It's going to happen one way or another. And thank you so much for the super chats, guys. We're already 3 out of 10 already, and we haven't even started. So I think we're going to be able to make 10 super chats today. Thank you, guys. All right, let's get on with the show.
The problem with Robinson is that he spews all this stuff all the time. If you look at his social media feed, the only crimes he focuses on are crimes perpetrated by Muslims. And yet the vast majority... Hang on, Gavin. Raped. I'm talking to Andrew. And yet the vast majority of...
Everybody gets to focus on whatever the fuck they want when it comes to their activism. Like, oh, he only talks about crimes committed by Muslims. And if you are somebody who's focusing on animal rights and fighting against people who abuse their pets, if that's your activism, because that's your area of focus, that's your area of expertise, isn't it retarded if somebody comes and tells you like, oh, why are you only focusing on dog and cat abuse and pet abuse? Do you not care about child grooming gangs? I looked at your social media feed, and the only crime that you focus on is people who abuse their pets. Do you not care about these child grooming gangs? Do you not think that's a crime worthy of paying attention to? No, you fucking idiot. She just obviously she thinks that's worthy of paying attention to, but that's not her area of focus. Her activism is on animal rights. She can focus on bringing attention to people who are abusing their pets. Different activists have different areas of focus. And that's Tommy Robinson's focus, because he has experience with it, because he has suffered from it personally, and that's his areas of expertise, and that's the area that people are not paying attention to. And we got another super chat from Robert, 4 out of 10. We got our 4th super chat from Robert. Thank you so much, Robert. We're close to halfway there already, and we haven't even started. Thank you so much, Robert. Yeah, I think what about the white man? Yes, Elif. What about the white man? I would predict. I don't know, but my money is on this is coming. This is coming. My money is on. They're gonna be. Piers is gonna say that. Yeah, Ronnie, exactly. Why don't you care about the things I care about? Everybody should focus on the things that I think you should be focusing on. Fucking idiot.
crime in the UK is committed by white people, including...
Whoa! I was right! Ding, 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 ding! I was right! Fucking retard doesn't understand how per capita works. I knew it. I saw it. Guys, I promise I have not pre-watched this. I just knew. Let me actually see if that's what he said. Hold on. I knew. Look at you were white people. Exact. Of course. Look at
Muslims. And yet the vast majority... hang on, Gavin. Raped. I'm talking to Andrew. And yet the vast majority of crime in the UK is committed by white people.
There are more white people in the UK, you fucking moron! This person, guys, I promise you, I watched this. I used to watch Piers Morgan before a lot. And this has been explained to him over and over and over and over again. He doesn't understand how per capita works. Like, the vast majority of crimes in the UK are committed by white people. You don't fucking say! There are more white people in the UK than other people. Almost everything is done more by white people in the UK because there's more of them. That doesn't tell you anything. You have to adjust it based on the percentage of the population. You have to look at per capita. How much crime they're doing, not just based on total numbers. Guys, do you guys understand this? Please tell me if you, because I think this is so simple. This is so simple. Guys, does this require explanation? How do we break this down? I know this was explained to him. His own guests explained this to him many times. Let me see. How could I explain it? How could I explain this in a way that even a 5-year-old could understand? Okay, maybe okay. Ooh, how do I explain this? Let me. This is like I'm trying to figure this out too, so that even 5-year-olds could understand. Okay. Okay. Let's say we live in this fantasy world and there's a kingdom. Okay, there's a kingdom. Okay, and then we have yellow dragons and we have purple dragons. Okay, and then we have 1,000 yellow dragons in this kingdom. 1,000. Okay, and then we have 10 purple dragons. 10 purple dragons. Okay, 10 purple dragons. Okay, and most dragons are not killing and burning villages. Okay, they're not burning villages. Okay, but among the 1,000 yellow dragons, okay, right, 100 of them are killing, eating people, and burning villages. 100 of the yellow dragons. Okay. But among the purple dragons, the 10 purple dragons, okay, right? 4 of them are burning villages, okay, and eating people, right? So far with me? If I come and tell you that purple dragons are way more dangerous than yellow dragons, and you're like, no, you fucking racist piece of shit. Why are you saying that? Why are you biased against purple dragons? By the way, I'm making this up as we go. Only 4 purple dragons are burning villages, but there's 100 yellow dragons are burning villages. So yellow dragons are more dangerous because 100 yellow dragons are burning villages, but only four purple dragons are burning villages. So obviously yellow dragons are more dangerous. And I'm like, no, you fucking retard. There's 1,000 yellow dragons. The 100 yellow dragons that are burning villages, that's only 10% of yellow dragons. That's only 10% of yellow dragons. The 4 dragons of the purple dragons that are burning villages, that's 40%. That's 40% of the purple dragons. That means that the purple dragons, on a per capita basis, are way 4 times more dangerous than the yellow dragons. Okay? Was that, guys, was that, is that, does that make sense? So Piers Morgan is a fucking retard that goes and says like, the yellow dragons are burning more villages because there's more yellow dragons burning villages. Did that make sense? Was that easy to understand? I think that was easy to understand. I think I made it easy to understand. Perfect example. Oh, okay, great. There you go. I just made it up. I think that was the perfect example. Okay. Yes, good analogy. Okay, good. Okay. Okay. I don't know if 5-year-olds know how percentages work. So maybe not a 5-year-old, maybe 10-year-old. I don't know. I forgot how smart people are at different ages.
Including sexual crime, including
including
Oh, look, Gavin is saying per capita. Look at this. Gavin understands what Piers is not getting. He just said per capita. Okay, wait, we got a super chat. You have a Hebrew name, so I can't pronounce it, but I'm sure it's a beautiful name. It's a beautiful Hebrew name. Thank you for the super chat. Saying, love you, Armin. I got a question. Does Zoroastrianism have connection to a specific land? Yes, to Iran. Very much so. In the same way that Judaism is connected to Israel, Zoroastrianism is connected to Iran. Zoroastrianism is very much tied to Iranian land. And that's why this is a new belief of mine. Not very new, but I used to think that, religion, all bad. I mean, I don't believe in Zoroastrianism. I don't believe in the views. But now I have, when I went to Israel, I've learned how even atheists in Israel see the symbols and traditions and rituals of Judaism as the symbols of their nation, as a symbol of expressing patriotism. So me, as an atheist who doesn't believe in Zoroastrianism, appreciate how a land that has these ancient symbols and legends and culture and rituals, these symbols are useful, and these traditions and rituals are useful as a way to express patriotism that reflects your land. So Zoroastrianism, even though I don't believe in Zoroastrianism, I do believe the symbols and the tradition and the history of it is a beautiful and powerful way for Iranian people to express their, nationalism. Let me know if that makes sense. And thank you for the super chat, getting us halfway. We're 5 out of 10 super chats. We already made it. We're already halfway through. So thank you for being number 5, super chat number 5. Let's see if we can make it to 10. All right. Let's continue.
And yet the vast majority of crime in the UK is committed by white people, including sexual crime, including
you don't
rapes,
understand per capita?
including vast.
Look at this. Gavin said you don't understand per capita. Gavin, he's so beneath this level of conversation. He is so retarded. Like, he doesn't like, and it's interesting. It's so bizarre that he doesn't understand it, because the other people on his show, we watch other people on his show explain this to him, and he still doesn't get it. Or I don't know, maybe he just acts like he doesn't get it. What do you guys think? Do you think he doesn't actually get it, or does he act like he doesn't get it? Guys, there are more people in the UK that are tying there are more white people in the UK that are tying their shoe as we're speaking than any other ethnicity. There are more white people in the UK right now that are painting their house than any other ethnicity in the UK right now. There are more people in the UK that are having an orgasm as we're speaking than any other ethnicity that exists in the UK. Okay? But you know why? Because there's just more white people. That doesn't tell you anything about crime rates and the likelihood of of which group of people commit them.
The vast majority of crime is done by white people.
Yeah, but
you'll never believe that. Look, Tommy Robinson.
Andrew is like, but like everybody gets it. Gavin is like that. But what about per capita? Andrew is saying, but what about per capita? Everybody says, what about per capita? Everybody gets it. Piers, everybody gets it, except you. And I mean, I don't know. These two are retarded as well, so I don't know.
Feed, because he only focuses on Muslim crime.
Well, hang on. When you say that there's various stats which are misleading, Gavin did ask a pertinent question. When you say that most crime is committed by white people, well, it should be. That's that's still the dominant racial element in England. What about per capita, meaning per proportion?
But my question.
Hang on.
Oh, Piers, interrupt Piers Morgan, censored. Again, there we go. Again, every fucking time somebody is about to tell him how fucking retarded he is, he interrupts. Every time somebody agrees with him, he lets them go for as long as it's necessary. Every time somebody is about to humiliate him, he interrupts. This is how he censors. And again, I have to remind everybody every single time that his show, Piers Morgan Uncensored, is the most ironic, unfitting name for a show, because Piers Morgan always censors, and his method of censorship is to interrupt as soon as somebody is about to make a good point against him, and then talk and eat into their time that was supposed to be used into correcting him. So I hope Andrew doesn't let that happen. I hope Andrew is like, doesn't let him get interrupted. Andrew, you're supposed to be this alpha guy, okay? The strong alpha guy. That's apparently your thing. So don't let this man walk over you. Don't let him interrupt you. Finish your fucking point.
Real quick, I'm per capita, meaning per proportion.
But my question.
Hang on. Real quick, I'm almost done.
Okay.
Is there a disproportionate amount of crime?
See, this is what you're supposed to do. When he interrupts you, why I don't know why other people don't do this. Like, it's a hang on. Let me make my point. Okay. Call him out on his hypocrisy, because he's always Piers Morgan always like, Mr. Hang on. That's what he does. So you do that to him.
Hang on.
Oh, we got another super chat. I will read it. I want to see what Andrew says here first.
Real quick, I'm almost done.
Okay.
Is there a disproportionate amount of crime from these immigrants in comparison to the domestic population? That's his question. I think it's valid.
Specific.
So let's see if Piers Morgan understands this per capita concept, or has he been pretending to be an idiot all of this time? Because Andrew explained it, okay? If he understands it, that means that all of this time he has always been pretending to be a retard just so he could get views and money, right? Let me see. Amir gave us a super chat. We're 6 out of 10 super chats. Thank you so much, Amir. Very generous. So let's see if we could make it to 10 today. We're already at 6. Amir is saying, Sis Fuentes beated Piers with per capita. I think Piers developed per capita phobia. You know, I hate Nick Fuentes, by the way. Let me be clear. But Nick Fuentes is not retarded. Nick Fuentes, unfortunately, is smart. Nick Fuentes is just evil. Okay? Piers Morgan is retarded. Nick Fuentes is a more dangerous enemy of ours. Yeah, he understands per capita. He's actually very smart, unfortunately. You know what? I need to do more Nick Fuentes review videos. Do you guys want me to do more Nick Fuentes review videos? Because Nick Fuentes, unfortunately, is kind of smart, but he is evil. Yeah, I mean, I know you hate him as well. I know. But you're right. I think he might have developed per capita phobia.
Child rape.
Right, guys, do you want me to do more? Like, I'm doing Piers Morgan review videos a lot. I used to do a lot of Nick Fuentes review videos. Let me know if you want me to mix it up and do a whole bunch of Nick Fuentes review videos as well. Okay. And remember, we're at 6 out of 10 super chats. So we're trying to get to 10.
Domestic population. That's his question. I think it's valid.
Specifically child rape.
Well, actually, the vast majority of child rape is perpetrated in the UK by white people.
Not asking about that.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He still doesn't get it. He's like, but actually, the vast majority of child rape in the UK is also done by white people. Does he know what per capita even means? Because did he not just hear what Andrew just told him? I genuinely think he doesn't know what this word means. And I genuinely also think that after Nick Fuentes called him out on not understanding per capita, I think he didn't even go bother to try to figure out. I think this is what happened. I think he went to figure out what per capita means, and he looked it up and was like, I don't get it. And he gave up. He basically spent 5 minutes on trying to understand it, and he gave up. He has a whole research team behind him. The people that get these facts to him so that he could like win in these debates, is his research team retarded as well? Like, are they also only giving him total numbers? Like, oh, when they say this, tell them that, oh, most child rape is done by white people in the UK. Like, his research team also only gives him total numbers, and his research team also doesn't understand how per capita works. You guys think he gets it, so he's just pretending? Oh, Sarah with the 7th super chat. Thank you, Sarah. We're saying Pierre's Zart. Okay, yeah, exactly. Yes, if you know, you know. Thank you, Sarah. Guys, we're at 7 super chats. Only 3 away to get to our goal. Thank you. Yes, pretending. You guys think he's pretending? Should we have a poll? Should we have a poll? Maybe we should have a poll. What do you guys think? New poll. Okay, let me put a poll. Is Piers Morgan pretending to be retarded, or is he actually retarded? So, pretending to be retarded, actually retarded. Okay, so create poll, start and show. Where's the poll? Okay, the poll is at the top. So put 1 in the chat for pretending to be retarded. Put 2 in the chat for actually retarded. Let me see what you guys think. Okay, so that's the poll we have there. And I'm happy where the poll is because it's covering the most irrelevant person on this panel. So we don't really need that guy. Pretending. Just put a 2. No, guys, putting a whole bunch of 2s is not going to make your vote count. You have to put just 1 or 2. Okay, say it is putting a 3. I don't know what that does. Guys, putting a whole bunch of 1s like this is not going to... Oh, where did the poll go? Is not going to count like many times. Like, if you don't put it just once, it's not going to count. 2. So if you think it's both, put which one do you think it's more of? So but so far we're getting 61% pretending, 39% actually retarded. So remember, 1s are pretending to be retarded and 2 is actually retarded. Oh, okay, so we got another super chat. Well, guys, we're at 8 super chats. I think we're gonna make our goal today. Melissa saying he's basically like another Tucker. I think Tucker is smarter than Piers Morgan, but he's on the same anti-Israeli bandwagon, anti-Israeli pro-Islam bandwagon. Yeah, actually, you're right, Melissa. He's getting very close. Those positions are more profitable. Anti-Israeli and pro-Muslim is where the money is right now. Pro-Islam, I mean. And thank you, Melissa, for the super chat, bringing us to 8 out of 10 super chats for today. So only 2 more for us to reach our goal. Okay, let's end the poll now and see where we're at. Okay, so I think enough people already voted. So yes, we have 59% saying pretend. So let's say 60% are saying pretending to be retarded, and 40% say actually retarded. Okay, let's stop the poll and hide the poll. Okay, we got the results. So most of you, a slight majority, think that he's pretending. Okay, but it's like it's not that far away from 50-50. Okay.
Per capita.
We're asking about per
Okay,
capita.
but
Look at this. They're like, let me say this to you slowly, Piers Morgan. Per capita. Yeah, I think you have to explain to him what per capita means. Look at this. Let's go back.
That's his question. I think it's valid.
Specifically child rape.
Well,
Specifically.
actually, the vast majority of child rape is perpetrated in the UK by white people.
Not asking about
Per
that.
capita.
We're asking
capita.
about per
Okay, but
capita.
why does Tommy Robinson? I don't know the per capita number. I'll get it while we're talking.
80.
You don't. Oh my God! How could you not? How could you not know? You were humiliated by Nick Fuentes on exactly that. I don't even, guys. I don't know. I don't think Piers Morgan knows what per capita means. Oh my God!
5% of gang rapes in this country are perpetrated of gang rapes.
Here, there we go. He's gonna give us a number.
About per
Okay,
capita.
but why does Tommy Robinson? I don't know the per capita number. I'll get it while we're talking.
85% of gang rapes in this country are perpetrated by South Asian men, according to the Quillian report of 2017.
Well, actually, they were British Pakistani men, to be specific, in parts of
South Asian
in parts of the north of England, right?
Kashmir, which was Pakistan.
Yeah, from Mirpur, mostly from
That's
Mirpur.
what the rallies
That's
are on May
Friday.
16th.
But my point,
capita.
Andrew,
It's
is
the per capita rally.
My point to Andrew is it helpful that Tommy Robinson only?
Wait. Why are you? But my point is, why is it okay? No, that was not your point. That was not your point. You have guys, Andrew, Gavin. What is his name again? Ben what? Ben Hamid? Ben Ahmed? Ben Hamid? Ben Hamid? Ben what? Don't let him get. I should remember this guy's name because he's awesome. Ben something. Ben. I'm gonna call him Ben. Ben. Andrew. Gavin. Ben Habib. Okay, Ben Habib. Habib? Yes, Ben Habib. Andrew. Gavin. Why are you letting him get away with it? He's like, but my point is, why is Tommy Robinson? That was not your point. That was not your point. Make him accept defeat. Humiliate him. Don't let him get away. Every time he's humiliated, he's like, but he tries to get away. He's trying to pivot to another company. When you showed everybody, to this audience, how fucking retarded this man is, don't let him change the topic until he accepts that he's wrong about this point. Why are you letting get me on this fucking panel? Why are you letting him get away? Like, no, Piers Morgan. Let's wait right here. Get your crew. Like, we have the numbers. The numbers were given to us by Ben Habib right here, okay? The number, given that, even if you don't know the numbers, do this. Hey, if the numbers are correct, then on a per capita basis, you were so fucking wrong. Will you admit to your audience right here, right now, that you were wrong? That it's more likely for Pakistanis to commit these crimes, to rape children, than a white person in the UK? Would you admit, if these? Oh, you don't have the numbers? If these numbers are correct, would you accept that? And then get your fucking crew to figure out those numbers and tell us. But before they even find that number, will you accept it? Will you accept? And don't let him change the topic. Like, you have to accept defeat if those are the numbers. Don't let him but my point is why Tommy Robinson. No, that wasn't your main point. You're just trying to run away. You're just trying not to be humiliated in front of your own audience. That's what you're trying to do. And these people are letting you get away with it. If I was there on this panel, I wouldn't let you get away with that. Oh, we got 2 super chats. Guys, we got to 10 super chats. We did it. Oh my God, we did it. Thank you. So Wyatt, thank you. Wyatt saying, Armin, do a Katie Hopper. Is that the L is silent, isn't it? Right? Watch along. The L is silent, or am I I don't know how to pronounce that. She is a leftist Jewish woman who hates Jews and uses her Jewish heritage to claim she isn't anti-Semite. I mean, we have self-hating Jews. So who is she a big deal? Maybe I should put a poll. Is she like big? Oh, I know her. I need to see her face. Yeah. I've seen her videos. I don't know. Is she worth it? We'll see if other people vote for her. Yeah, maybe yeah, okay. I'm gonna add it to my list of people to review. Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, guys, give me more suggestions on people to review. I just like reviewing Piers Morgan because he brings all the crazies and good people and crazy people in the same place, so we could basically cover them all in the same place. So no to reviewing Nick Fuentes videos. And thank you, Wyatt, for being number 9. And thank you, Sarah, for getting us to the finish line. Thank you, Sarah. Saying, Armajun, we are all sending you a group hug. Okay, everybody come. Group hug. Group hug, everybody. Let's do it. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. And thank you for the super chat. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all the support. Okay, let's continue.
Fuels a narrative that all the crimes are being committed by Muslims when they're not.
I'm not convinced.
Wait, what is Tommy Robinson doing that is wrong? What is Tommy Robinson doing that is wrong? Say that again.
To Andrew, is it helpful that Tommy Robinson only fuels a narrative that all the crimes are being committed by Muslims when they're not?
What the fuck? Guys, has Tommy Robinson ever suggested that all the crimes are committed by Muslims in the UK? Wait, let me hear this again. I cannot believe this. Guys, I am used to retardation, but this is on a different level.
Point, Andrew,
It's the per capita rally.
My point to Andrew is it helpful that Tommy Robinson only fuels a narrative that all the crimes are being committed by Muslims when they're not?
Tommy Robinson went out of his way to save a Muslim from false accusation. There was this Muslim that was committed of child rape, and Tommy Robinson looked into it, and he figured out that this man is being unfairly targeted. And he spent a lot of time and his resources and his media to go save this Muslim man from false accusation, and they became good friends after. What the fuck are you talking about? Tommy has a lot of Muslim friends. Look at, Nail Bunny, here, look at this. Tommy said, no, because Tommy has Muslim friends and understands per capita. Yes, exactly. What are you talking about? He tried to save himself from one retard claim that he doesn't even understand to even I didn't think this could get any more dumb. I didn't think that we could get dumber than where we were just a second ago. You actually managed to get dumber in some miraculous way. Tommy Robinson, when has he ever said that all the you think that Tommy's position is that there is not a single crime committed in the UK by non-Muslims. So non-Muslims in the UK do not commit zero crimes. You think Tommy's position is that non-Muslims in the UK commit zero crimes? Wait, let me hear that again.
only fuels a narrative. And
rally.
my point to Andrew is it helpful that Tommy Robinson only fuels a narrative that all the crimes are being committed by Muslims when they're not?
All the crimes, the narrative that all the crimes in the UK, forget Tommy, who has that position? Do you even know a single person that has that position? Even actual racist people, even fucking Nazis don't have that position. What the fuck? Who has that position? Who the fuck has that position? Even the people even the most extreme people who are the most extreme anti-Muslim people, not anti-Islam, but actually genuinely anti-Muslim people, don't have that position. Who are you describing? Not only this doesn't describe Tommy, this doesn't describe anybody. Not that I know of. What are you talking about? Who has the position that non-Muslims commit no crimes in the UK? Can you get any dumber? Could you find any person less fit of a host for this discussion than Piers Morgan? Okay, somebody in the chat saying, why waste your time with idiots like Piers Morgan? Have you seen the size of his audience? Have you seen the influence that this man has? His show is one of the biggest shows on earth. The people, especially regarding this topic, he has the biggest audience. I don't consider this a waste of time. Oh, and we got another super chat. We're going above 10. Thank you, Amir. Amir saying for more mango tea. Oh, thank you. Mango tea. How did you know? Is this mango or strawberry? This is mango. How did you know? Are you in my house? This is mango tea. Not all my fruit teas are not always mango. So how did you know? Okay. For more mango tea, we can't afford you to lose your voice. Okay, don't worry. And Katie, again, is that L silent or not? Katie Hopper is the one that is lying for Mirandi's favor. That's how you know I know her. Yes, I saw. Actually, once I saw her face, because I can't remember names, but I can remember faces. I remember she had Mirandi on her show. Charandi Mirandi on her show. Muhammad Mirandi. Okay, so thank you, Amir. Thank you. Yes, so I'll pay more attention to her then. Yes.
I'm not convinced that that's
an insane
actually
question.
accurate. So it seems I've watched a few of the Robinson debates, and he tends to focus on disproportionate crime rates. What Gavin's talking about here, which is per capita. He's saying that disproportionate to the domestic population that's here, these people are overwhelmingly.
Do you guys saw what's happening? Do you know why the camera cut into Andrew? Look at Piers. Guys, look at this. Look at Piers and tell me what's happening here. I'm going to tell you what I think is happening. Let me know if you agree.
On disproportionate crime rate.
So look, Andrew is talking about, no, Tommy is just talking about disproportionate crime rates. And then Piers, look what's happened to Piers.
What Gavin's talking about here, which is per capita. He's saying that disproportionate to the domestic population that's here, these people are overwhelming.
And the camera cuts into Andrew. You know what's happening? Piers Morgan is going on his phone and telling his team, one of these two. I don't know which one, but either one of these two. So that's what was happening. Piers Morgan is hearing these people saying, no, Tommy Robinson is talking about disproportionate crime rates. So he's either telling his team, get me a quote from Tommy that shows that this is not true, okay? Or, actually, there's three options. Or he's writing, get me a number that shows that these disproportionate numbers that these people are saying is wrong. That's the second option. Or he's telling his team, get me anything that shows that these people are wrong. It's one of these three, I think. He's basically when he's hearing them, because he thinks that, oh, I have the data to throw at these people's faces to show them that they're wrong, and he thinks that he has the upper hand. And every time he's getting humiliated, he asks his team to get me some data that I could throw at them that shows that they're wrong. That's what he does. And the fact that he wasn't already prepared for this is humiliating. But that's what I think is happening. And when the producers see that that's what he's doing, they put Andrew full on screen. You see what's happening? Do you guys see what's happening? Look at this.
He's saying that disproportionate to the domestic population that's here, these people are overwhelmingly committing these types of sex
That's my guess. That's my guess of what's happening.
crimes. That doesn't sound to me like he's trying to pin everything on.
Yeah, no, he's not Googling. He's not Googling it because he doesn't think that he could find it himself. Okay. So, you're saying he Googles it? No, he's not Googling, okay? Because he's too retarded to be able to find the information needed. He's messaging his team.
On Muslims, but these types of sex crimes. That doesn't sound to me like he's trying to pin everything on Muslims, but rather point out an individualistic and precise problem.
So we have the data for you.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew that's what he's doing. I knew it. So we have the thing. Oh, okay. Let's see what you have, Piers Morgan. I knew he when he went to the sign and he picked up, he was talking to his friend like, give me something so I could. I knew it. Guys, I fucking knew it. I knew it. That's what he was doing. See? Okay. I know it. Look at this. Oh my God.
The arrest rates by ethnicity.
Yeah, you see, Javid saying, Armin, you should go to his panel. It would be spectacular. I know it would. They won't have me on. They wouldn't have me on. But it would be. It would be amazing.
Per
Dice problem.
So we have the data for you. The arrest.
So look at this. He got so excited that he interrupted Andrew as well. Andrew, don't let him get away with it. Why are you letting this man walk all over you? Why are you letting that? They're like, hey, I was talking. Piers Morgan censored. I was talking. I know you're so excited with the data that your team handed to you, but let me fucking finish. That's what you do.
Out an individualistic and precise problem.
So we have the data for you. The arrest rates by ethnicity per 1,000 people for the year ending March 2025. Black, 19 arrests per 1,000 people. White, 10 arrests per 1,000 people. Asian, 9 arrests per 1,000 people.
Asian? Oh my, oh Lordy. Oh. Yeah, it's those goddamn Chinese and the Japanese and the Koreans that we need to be worrying about. What do you think this show? Asian! You just grouped all the Asians. He just grouped all the Asians with the So what do you think this show? Look at him. You're like, we actually have to. What do you think this proves? Hey, here's a hint, Piers. Get those Asian numbers and put the Japanese, the Koreans, and the Chinese, and the Iranians, and the Indians. Take them out into their own category and put the Pakistanis and the Syrians and the Iraqis in their own category. I mean, you know what? Just the Pakistanis. Have the Pakistani category. How about that? How about we try that? You want to try that? You're mixing the Japanese and the Koreans and the Chinese and the Indians with the rest of the Asians, and you think that Tommy is like that number is going to be higher than per capita? In fact, that the fact that that was even close to the white people is surprising, right? Like it shows how how much extra work the Pakistanis are doing with crime rates, that they manage to get the poor Japanese and the Chinese and the Koreans close to the rest of the population. Well, look at this. Oh my God. Yeah, and Afghanistan. Don't forget Afghanistan.
For the year ending March 2025. Black, 19 arrests per 1,000 people. White, 10 arrests per 1,000
So you're saying black is double the white?
people. Asian, 9 arrests per 1,000 people.
These people get, I hope these all the people, Ben Habib, Andrew, and Gavin shout at him right now, like Asian. Let me see if they get shocked by this.
Yeah, now
That's
do
not,
child
that's not actually
rape.
answering the question.
And
Okay,
the
so now
problem
you want
is
to
that
narrow it.
No, Gavin, you missed it. You missed it. You shouldn't have said now do child rape. You should have said now do Pakistanis, Afghanistanis, Syrians, Iraqis. Don't just say now do. I mean, you're right. If you focus on child rape, they're going to be significantly higher per capita, but only if they focus on specific Asians, not all Asians.
not getting
again and
arrested.
Again, no offense to the amazing secular-minded, especially atheist Pakistanis. Okay, you know what? I don't need to apologize to them. They know how fucked up Pakistan is. Okay, guys. You know what I like about the secular activist Pakistanis who are on our side. If I say the average Pakistani is this and this and that, they don't get offended, because that's exactly what they're fighting against, and they're like, yeah, right. So that I don't need to. I have Pakistani friends, secular Pakistani friends, who actually will speak against what's happening among their population way more aggressively than I am. So I don't need to even apologize to them at all.
Again and again.
Years.
Okay, you asked.
And by the way, subscribe to Harris Sultan.
Actually
Rape.
answering the question.
And
Okay,
the
so now
problem
you want
is
to
that
narrow
they're
it
not
down
getting
again and again and
arrested,
again.
Piers.
Okay, you asked me.
Thousands of girls
You
are
asked
getting
me.
raped.
You asked me to give
What a
you
weird side to pick.
the pro
You're mad at
rata
the guy
numbers.
who's trying to stop.
Saying-
Let me actually look at what I have. Okay, here. Let me see. Okay, so here's the thing. The June 2025, how do you pronounce this word? Let me see. Baroness? The June 2025 Baroness Casey National Audit revealed that 66% of perpetrator ethnicity data is completely missing or unrecorded by police and local authorities across the UK. Okay, so that means that we can. Let me see the data. The data showing clear per capita disproportionality comes from localized deep dives in specific regions heavily hit by grooming networks rather than national averages. Okay, so the national data doesn't have. The national data doesn't. The ethnic data in the UK is completely missing. In Germany, we had better numbers that shows Pakistani per capita are far worse than anyone else in the population. And guys, that's not because of their ethnicity, it's because of their Islam, just to be clear here. Okay, this is not based on race, it's Islam. It's always Islam, right? And also inbreeding as well. Okay, let me see what the local deep dives show. So in Greater Manchester police data, we have that. Greater Manchester police data, in a review of multi-victim, multi-offender grooming cases It says 52% of recorded suspects were of Asian ethnicity, with Pakistani being the largest group. 52%? I bet you they're far less than 52% of the population. So the per capita disparity, the local population in that area is only 21% Asian. And this is including all Asians, by the way. Holy crap. This means that Asians / Pakistani men were recorded as suspect at more than double their per capita share of the local population in these specific types of group-based crimes. Okay. Well, there you have it. Those are the numbers. Interesting.
Child rape.
Sorry?
You're mad at the guy who's trying to stop child rape.
No,
and you're calling him racist
I'm not.
while
And as I
thousands
said,
of girls are getting raped.
But again,
They
no.
See, I think Gavin and Andrew and Ben Habib should have looked into this data before they showed up, so that they could have dropped this information that I just found. Wow, this is they should have looked into this. This is huge. This piece of information that I have would have destroyed Piers Morgan on the show. If I was invited on the show, I would have had this data memorized before I went there, and I would have my sources and everything memorized as well.
A girl's tongue to a piece of wood as they raped her.
Gavin,
they raped her under the Pakistani
you
flag.
said this the other day.
Branding girls M for Muhammad with a hot M.
Gavin, I have repeatedly said that where I agree with Tommy Robinson has been on his relentless campaigning against the grooming rape gangs in the north of England.
That's all he cares about.
Hang on, no,
that's
it's not all. It's not all he
Robinson.
It's not. If only it was all he cares about, but it's not. But the point is, he claims he was the only one who ever exposed this. That the journalists of this country never exposed it, and yet it was exposed originally by a journalist from the Times newspaper. It was a literal journalist who blew the lid off that whole scandal. Tommy Robinson has been right to focus.
You fucking idiot. Those evidence shows that Tommy was right all along. So everybody should apologize to Tommy, because he's been trying to talk about this all along. And then eventually when a journalist proved that Tommy was right all of this time, they focused on that journalist, and none of you apologized to Tommy for being correct all of this time.
Focus on the cover-ups, which were scandalous and outrageous. And I completely agree with him, as I would say to his face, as I've told him on social media.
Covered it up. You know why? Because you would rather let little girls get raped than be known as racist. All you care about is your status.
Why would you say such a ridiculous thing?
That's true. That's actually has been provided by data. Guys, let me know if you want me to read all of this for you, because this is very interesting, or you rather just focus on this, because I have a lot of interesting points here that will be very eye-opening.
This is the worst thing you can be. So you allow girls to get raped.
Why would you say such a stupid thing?
Status. It's demonic, is what it is. I'm calling you guys demons.
Really?
You hid child
But you
rape.
sound completely unhinged, ironically.
That's
yourself.
what May 16th is about.
You sound unhinged.
So they make up 4%
I
of
am
the
unhinged.
population, but make up 18% of all the people jailed, Pierce? What? Am I reading that right? Is that correct? I just want to make sure that I got this right. You said you're going to get these per capita numbers, and I want them. Like, what are they? What are the per capita numbers? Because what I'm seeing is not looking very good. Okay, it's not looking very good for your side. So what are they? What is the actual per capita numbers for these child sex crimes?
I find it extraordinary.
Why do you call someone racist when they point this out?
Why don't you answer Andrew?
Literally just told you the arrest rates for ethnicity, and they speak for themselves.
Well,
wait, hold on. Let me read you the information, okay? So multiple official inquiries have. Oh, actually, look at this. So the most authoritative evidence-based assessments on this topic come from landmark official reports, most notably the 2014 Alexis J report into Rotherham. Am I pronouncing it? And the comprehensive June 2025 national audit on group-based child sexual exploitation and abuse. Okay, so multiple official inquiries have conducted that British institutions, including local councils, police forces, and social services, systematically failed to protect vulnerable children. A prominent factor identified in these failures was an institutional fear of being perceived as racist or igniting community tensions. So see, Gavin was right. And these are official reports. The Alexis J report in 2014, Rotherham, if I'm pronouncing it right, the independent inquiry into the abuse of an estimated 1,400 children in Rotherham between 1997 and 2013 provided the first major institutional acknowledgement of this failure. Professor Alexis J noted that senior managers turned a blind eye on the ethnic dimensions of the crimes. Wow. The report explicitly highlighted a widespread perception that they should downplay the ethnic dimensions of the grooming gangs, which were predominantly made up of British Pakistani men out of fear of being labeled racist or damaging community relations. Holy shit, man. This is how woke ideology hurts children. These are, oh my God. And then we have the, how do you pronounce this again? Baroness. Commission to, so this is that was the first study, the Alexis J. But then we had the more recent June 2025 study, the Baroness Casey National Audit. So a commission to evaluate the scale and drivers of group-based child sexual, what is this? What does this stand for? CSC. It's so I don't know what this stands for. So group-based CSE. I think CSE is child sexual something across England and Wales. Baroness Casey's landmark 2025 audit confirmed that these institutional anxieties persisted long after the Rotherham scandal, so it continued even after. Casey reported finding many examples where public organizations deliberately avoided examining whether there was disproportionality in ethnic or cultural factors due to fear of appearing racist. The audit revealed that some authorities actively discouraged police forces from publicizing convictions of grooming gangs to prevent a rise in local inter-community tensions. Casey criticized this collective culture of blindness, ignorance, prejudice, defensiveness, and even good but misdirected intentions. In one stark example of active concealment, the audit highlighted an instance where the word Pakistani had been physically whited out from a case file. Wow, this is disgusting. This should be a crime. Guys, I know this part is a little bit boring, but I think it's important to know all of this. So just bear with me just two or three more minutes. When analyzing, hold on, let me see. So general child sexual abuse, so that's what CSA is. Okay, CSA, general child sexual abuse, and group-based child sexual exploitation, that's grooming gangs. Okay, so CSC is for group-based child sexual exploitation. So these are apparently two different things that we have to analyze separately. There's a distinction between general child sexual abuse, which is CSA, and group-based child sexual exploitation, which is CSE. Which CSE is grooming gangs, right? So there's the national data deficit. Both the Home Office in 2020 and the 2025 Casey audit emphasize that drawing a definitive national per capita profile is highly difficult due to severe institutional failures in record keeping. The Casey audit found that ethnicity data was missing or unrecorded for 2/3, because they didn't collect it because they didn't want to be racist. For 2/3 of perpetrators at the national level, holy crap! So at the national level, 2/3 of the perpetrators, their ethnicity was not collected. Because of these massive data gaps, the audit noted that claims stating that the vast majority of child abusers are white were often used misleadingly to dismiss the reality of localized grooming gangs networks. However, what we do have is regional and local overrepresentation. So while national data is incomplete, data deep dives into specific regions heavily impacted by organized grooming networks show clear, undeniable evidence of statistical overrepresentation among British Pakistani men relative to their local population size. There you go. So we have Greater Manchester Police Data 2025 Audit Deep Dive. In a 3-year review of multi-victim, multi-offender grooming cases in Greater Manchester, 52% of recorded offenders were of Asian ethnicity, the largest subgroup being Pakistani, while 38% were white. Given local demographics, Asian men were more than twice as likely to be suspects in these specific types of group-based exploitation compared to their percentage of the general local population. The audit examined approximately 50 serious case reviews conducted after a child suffers severe harm or death. 1 in 5, 20% of these group-based abuse cases involved perpetrators of predominantly, it keeps saying, Asian ethnicity, a figure significantly higher than their nationwide population percentage. The Yorkshire context, similar patterns of localized disproportionality among men of Asian backgrounds were identified in data from South Yorkshire and West Yorkshire. There's the data. Again, sorry for nerding out a little bit and looking at studies. I just think it was important for me to read that. But there it is. Okay, there it is. And these people, I mean, I appreciate Andrew and Ben Habib and Gavin trying to, fight against Piers Morgan, but they should have came more prepared. They should have had these data memorized, like they should have repeated it in front of a mirror multiple times, so that when they come here, they drop it, because you can't just rely on Piers Morgan's team just telling you something and just believing it live on air, right? You don't know how they're presenting the data. That's the data. That's it. And I gave you the sources. I told you the data, and I also told you what the sources are. That's how they should have prepared for this show.
No, it did.
Well,
when
they do.
Did you use the word Muslim?
They literally speak for themselves.
Muslim?
I'm not pretending.
By the way, do you guys agree? Was that helpful? Let me know, because I want to make sure that when I'm doing these reviews, I don't just respond to these people. I use this. So we have these are the vegetables of the show. Okay, these are the vegetables. Do you like it that in the middle where I go and dig out this data and I just give it to you? Is it good? Very helpful. Okay, good. Thank you.
Muslim.
I'm not.
When did you use the word Muslim?
They literally speak for themselves. I'm not pretending. I'm not pretending Muslims don't commit crimes. So does every other ethnicity and religion.
It's not like this splitting hairs. I do think if we're talking about child rape,
splitting hairs, we're splitting young girls in half. That's what we're splitting.
Why would you say that?
What's wrong with him? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? He's right. Oh my God, look at them being offended. Oh, why would you say that? Because it's right. Because it's fucking right.
If you've been around people who have been a victim of child sexual abuse, hearing something like that is horrendous. I can tell you, any victim.
No.
It's you know what's more horrendous? You fucking bitch, you fucking retarded idiot. Being raped by a Pakistani Muslim. And then you motherfuckers denying it. I'm pretty sure a victim of these sexual abuses are more offended by you than anything Gavin has. I bet you what the victims of these gangs, of these grooming gangs, are saying, are cheering on Gavin and Andrew and Ben Habib. They're offended by you. Oh, we got a super chat. Thank you. I am Borini is saying Piers is one of them smart idiots. You know why he's an idiot. He just people think he's smart just because he's his accent. And I don't get it. Like I don't get the accent being attributed with being smart. And thank you for the super chat, by the way.
Oh, you know what's horrendous?
If they heard
Getting
you
raped
speak
by an
like
old
that, you would
Pakistani man.
obviously-
Gavin, exactly. Look at this. He was thinking exactly what I was thinking. Look, that's what's horrendous. Me using this language is not horrendous. That's horrendous. Look at what
been a
Gavin.
victim of child sexual abuse. Hearing something like that is horrendous. I can tell you, any victim.
No, you know what's horrendous?
If they heard
Getting
you
raped
speak
by an
like
old
that,
Pakistani
you would
man.
honestly, you would
That's
put them
horrendous.
into a real panic. It's awful what you're saying.
You know what? You just can't
It's
handle
so,
the truth.
it's so awful when it's so awful pointing out the truth that more children have been raped because of you guys being so concerned about not being racist. You are responsible for more children in the UK being raped by Pakistani grooming gangs. You're responsible. You're responsible for that. Like, why would you say that? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Horrendous.
Into a real panic. It's awful what you're saying.
You know what?
It's awesome that you're saying. I mean, guys, I fucking hate this woman. She's more offended by what Gavin's description of these grooming gangs' crimes than the crimes themselves.
You just can't handle the truth.
I can handle the truth. I actually
No,
live
you
in the
can't.
UK, and I have for years been talking about the grooming
You should call him a retarded bitch like you did earlier, and then for some reason you apologize for it. You shouldn't apologize for
gangs. I've been talking about Labour and what they did not do in certain councils. I've also spoken about people like Andy Burnham, who's the mayor of Manchester. When he was an MP, he was one of the first people to put in a proper inquiry and actually led to arrests of the people who perpetrated these heinous
Okay,
acts.
so you're a Tommy Robinson supporter.
I think that it's perfectly legitimate to raise issue and raise light on these horrendous crimes.
Great.
But I don't
We're on the same
agree.
page.
I do not agree with all of the nonsense we were talking about before about the Unite the Rally and talking about, him actually acting contempt, carrying out contempt of court. But child sexual abuse.
Wait, you have the brave position of saying child rape is bad. Wow. That's the position. That's the brave position she has. Child rape is bad, guys. Guys, did you know child rape is bad? What the fuck is that going to do? How is that going to help us? Okay, you are avoiding bringing attention to who's committing these crimes. We don't give a shit that you think child rape is bad. What we do care about is that you are denying empirical data and the source of this problem. That's what we care about. Oh, wait.
I just don't.
Wait, we got a super chat. BS Bonehead, thank you so much for the super chat. Saying, tell Piers what happened yesterday in one of our city in Italy, where one Islamic thug was that guy Islamic? I saw that news. One Islamic thug ran with his car and nearly killed 15 persons. Check the news. Yeah, you know what? I actually have to check the news. I saw it when I woke up, and people were just saying, "Oh, somebody did this, and I was thinking, is it a Muslim? And I don't know. Was it a Muslim? The Italian authorities have announced that yesterday's car ramming attack in Modena by Salim El Khudri was not a case of terrorism, but due to mental health issues. Salim El Khudri confirmed as the driver. So Tommy Robinson is saying Salim El Khudri confirmed as the driver who plowed into pedestrians in Italy yesterday before stabbing them. It's been written off as severe mental health crisis, explicitly ruled out any political, religious, or extremist motives. Really? I mean, I do not disagree with that. I do think Islam is a mental health disability. I do think Islam can be categorized as a mental illness. So there's that. And thank you, BS Bonehead, for bringing that to our attention. I'm going to look into that more.
I don't like the politicization
Contempt
that
of
we're
court
doing
was
right now.
releasing
Using
a
the language
documentary
that you
about
are
this, by the way.
using, it really is horrendous.
Is there
If you
a
are a
particular-
victim, you'll be knocked sideways by that.
Ava, is there a particular
This is all
ethnic group
class.
that you accept is majority responsible for the raping of underage women?
Well, Ben, let me sit back a little bit
Girls.
and answer that question, because I think that the lunacy of it to me is that any child sexual exploitation or abuse
Absolutely.
is heinous, and that's the starting block
We all
where
agree
I
with that.
start.
But is there an ethnic connection
can I
to it?
finish?
Yeah.
The one thing I would stress
You're gonna go on and on about, and that's not his question though.
is the grooming gangs that did coagulate around Rochdale, around Manchester. I completely have investigated this and I've reported on this. There was not proper reporting of the perpetrators because there were, quote unquote, fears in the council that it would be perceived as racism.
That's
an issue at
institutional.
heart.
That's
an issue
actually-
at heart that we should tackle as a country. And I'm really glad, actually, for some of the very loud influencers online who have brought this to the forefront. That does not negate the white people in this country who carry out child sexual abuse every single day. Do you know over 50% happens in people's own homes?
Absolutely.
In
Ava,
our
I
own
get all of
homes.
that, but you touched on
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, we know those are important. But why are you trying to attack the people who are finding a major source for these crimes? Why are you trying to distract away from them? Why are you labeling them as racist? Why are you not acknowledging that a lot of these reports have not been done correctly because people were afraid of being called racist? Why are you not acknowledging the main source of this? For fuck's sakes.
That's
important
beside the point.
You said institutions turn the blind eye because of fear.
They did turn a blind eye.
Hey, lady, you told Ben Habib to let you finish. You see how hypocritical these people are? Like, why are you interrupting me? Let me finish. Well, let him finish. Let him finish, you fucking hypocrite. Weren't you offended if just a few seconds ago when he interrupted you? Why are you interrupting him?
Institutions turn the blind eye because of fear.
Let him finish. Shut up, bitch.
That is institutionalized racism in this country against white people in favor of ethnic minorities.
Because there's also
that is where
white
this
people
country has
carrying
gone
this
so
out
wrong.
every single day. But for some reason, Ben, you can't stomach it
No,
to
the
admit
police-
that actually there are a lot of white men carrying this out every single
Absolutely,
day.
I agree with that. But there is no institutional protection of white criminals. There is institutional protection.
There are white men getting off every single day for doing this.
The police turned the blind eye.
And that's what we should be fighting about
The police
together.
turned the blind. You just said it yourself.
Let him finish. Shut the fuck up. He's talking.
Police turned a blind eye. Social services turned a blind eye. NHS turned a blind eye. And actually, I think it was either Gavin or Andrew said it earlier. We have a two-tier criminal justice system. We have a sentencing council that is. We have a sentencing council.
You just want to hyper-focus
We
on
have.
racism
Can I
aspect.
just?
These are data. He's giving you empirical evidence for his points. But you were just wanted to say, shut up. You're not even fit to be on this panel. Go sit at the kids' table.
We have a sentencing council.
You just want to hyper-focus
We have.
on racism
Can I
aspect
just
of
say?
it. You don't
We have
care
a
about
sentencing.
children.
Shut up. He's talking. Shut up.
We have a
care about the rape of young children. You don't care. You care about politicizing race.
No, I
If
don't.
you actually care about child
absolute
sexual abuse,
nonsense.
you would talk about it as a homogenous issue and not simply about one race.
Man, tell her to shut the fuck up. You're speaking. Tell her. Stand up for yourself. Don't let her interrupt you.
Is doing this, one race is doing
Muslims
that.
aren't a race.
So I don't. How do I get in trouble for using the word bitch? And she can say
What are
he
you
doesn't
talking
care
about?
about child rape. Isn't that worse?
No, that's what you
Because
just
you
said.
literally accused all of us of endorsing it. That's why.
What the fuck? That's not even his fucking question, you idiot. He can't say bitch because he accused you of endorsing it. So if he didn't accuse you of endorsing it, then he's allowed to call her a bitch? What are you... We've been... Oh, my God. Oh my God, guys, forget about an Islamic takeover. We're being taken over by retards. Okay, honestly, like we don't like. Yeah, this is actually a bigger problem. Okay, the Islamic influence in the UK is a secondary problem compared to this retardation takeover.
You literally accused all of us of endorsing it. That's why.
Because you hid the fact. You hid this. He's not hiding it. You're by hiding it, you're endorsing it. By hiding it, you're allowing it to happen more.
You become complicit.
And now you're focused on white rapists because you don't understand per capita.
I'm not focused on white rapists.
Britain
I'm
is all
talking
about class.
The issue,
the working class has had enough of people like you.
You don't feel
the working class had enough of your.
You know, Gavin, stop about this working class versus elite thing. Like that, Gavin, you know, you make so many good points, but this does not help you. Okay, stop making about you elite, working class elite. That doesn't buy you any points. Just these people don't have the facts. They don't have the data on their side. Just focus on showing them why they're wrong, rather than like, you're the elite, we're not the elite, we're the working class, you're the who. This sounds to me like some commie shit. You're Gavin, you're sounding like a fucking communist. What is this elite versus working? It doesn't matter. You could be an elite and retarded. You could be an elite and right and have the data. You could be a working class person and retarded, and you could be a working class and have all the correct data and all the information and be like a genius. Who gives a shit about this working class versus elite division? Just focus on the data and having the facts. Why do you sound like a fucking communist? Aren't you supposed to be a conservative?
Accent and the way.
Oh, wait, we got a super chat. BT, thank you so much for the super chat. BT saying you're not even fit to be a mother. Oh my God, Musab Hassan said. By the way, we don't like, even though that's an epic quote, so it's okay. But Musab Hassan, we don't like it. Musab Hassan is anti-Iranian. Yusuf before he turned. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. BT gets it. BT knows. Yusuf before he turned to the dark side. Yes, the good old days before he went retarded, like he became retarded as well. And thank you so much, BT. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Wow, guys, today we got so much support. Keep reading. Yes. Yes, keep reading. Yes, I should have waited for I should have waited just a little bit. Yeah, sir. Thank you. Okay.
You ignore things because they're not fashionable. Sorry. I'm sorry that recognizing grooming gangs is not fashionable.
What?
What are you talking about?
You can't even begin to understand what he's talking about. Okay, so don't even ask him. Wyatt, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you guys. Today was you guys were very kind today with your support. Wyatt saying there is nothing more racist than when white people lower their expectations and standards for non-white people. They do it to prove they aren't racist. Yeah, I mean, you're right. That is racist. I can't think of things that are more racist, but that is pretty racist. I do agree. It's called racism of lower expectations. Okay, so yes, you're completely correct that is very racist. But I can't think of more racist things than that. Okay, but thank you. It's good to bring attention to racism of lower expectations.
Oh man.
I've just gone
I'm
on
talking about you guys
gangs.
denying that we have a modern Islamic problem with child rape. That's what these rallies are about. You guys want to diffuse it and say, well, white males do it too, and let's ignore per capita.
That's not what I said.
You're playing it down.
That's not what I said at all. That's just not what I said.
Lady, you didn't say anything, okay? That's not what I said. I don't think you said anything at all. You just said child rape is bad. That was your contribution. That was your that was the entirety of your contribution, okay? So that's not what I said, because you said nothing.
You're focusing on white males. You're trying to dilute the equation.
My point, which started all this, is if
that was his point. That was his retarded point. That lady is too dumb to even make a point. Piers Morgan makes retarded points. The lady, we need to get ready for the next stream. That bitch makes no points at all.
Tommy Robinson's X feed, for example, you will never see anything about white males committing crimes. Why?
Wait a minute. What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you talking about? He's been calling Starmer criminal. He's been calling a lot of white people in office criminals. He's calling a lot of people. He calls a lot of white people on the left criminals, traitors to the country. He does actually. Wait a minute. I remember him calling a whole bunch of white people criminals. I specifically remember he doing that. So you're lying. He has called out a whole bunch. He calls at you all the time. He fucking insults you all the time. What are you talking about? Wait. No, okay. Fucking liar.
Because he's
Because
focused
that's
on
not
a
the thing he's
specific
trying to
problem.
draw
Exactly.
attention to.
Exactly.
No, okay. First of all, exactly. This is not the gotcha you think it is. Even if he didn't call out white people to be criminals, everybody has their own area of activism. Nobody focuses on everything all at the same time. Piers Morgan, I'm pretty sure I could find a group of people that you never called criminals. There's something out there in the world that you never brought attention to. There is. It's for everybody. But first of all, it's not true with regards to Tommy. Tommy has called out a whole bunch of white people. And even if it was, who the fuck cares? His attention is on Islam coming to the UK. And it's not about white, it's about Islam. Like, I'm pretty sure white Muslims would be the target of Tommy Robinson as well. White criminal Muslims would be his target as well. I mean, some of these grooming gang people were white Muslims. Those are Tommy's target as well. It's the Islam thing. It's not the white or non-white. It's the Islam part of it. There's so many non-white people who support Tommy Robinson.
Why?
Because he's
Because
focused
that's
on
not
a
the thing he's
specific
trying to draw
problem.
Exactly.
attention to.
Exactly. What do you mean exactly? This doesn't actually prove your point, you fucking idiot. Oh my god. Pokeko, thank you so much for becoming a member. Pokeko became a member at this channel. Thank you so much for your support.
Exactly, because he's focused on Muslims.
And you're not.
You should be. He should be focused on Muslim. Your country is being invaded.
24/7. Oh, I'm focused on everyone and all crimes.
Okay,
as
can you
if there
play
is-
back?
No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm pretty sure there's a crime. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Hold on here. I will look at this stuff. Okay. Hold on. Let me get this. Okay. Okay. I'm focused on all crimes. Are you now? Let me see. Okay. Okay, so there's this thing called agrocrime, which is specifically the high value theft of livestock, crops, and specific beehives. Okay, I'm sure Piers Morgan has never been focused on that. There is also, what is this? Freaking? The hacking and manipulation of telecommunication systems to make free calls or steal data. I'm pretty sure Piers Morgan has never been focusing on that. Okay, there's necrocrimes, crimes involving the desecration, theft, or illicit commercial trade of human remains and corpses. I'm sure that he doesn't have any focus on that. Then we have biopiracy, the unauthorized extraction and commercial exploitation of biological resources or indigenous knowledge. What the fuck? Stolen valor, the unauthorized wear or fraudulent claim of military decorations and official medals for personal gain. Corporate manslaughter. What are these crimes? A legal category where a corporation rather than an individual is found guilty of homicide due to gross negligence. And then ghosting, stealing the identity of a dead person, often a diseased infant to establish a completely clean legal profile. And then we have cultural property smuggling, the illicit excavation and international trafficking of protected antiques and archaeological artifacts. Space crime. What is this? Space crime. Jurisdictional offenses committed in outer space or abroad the International Space Station. Space crime. Okay. Have you ever spoken of space crime? Piers Morgan, you biased motherfucker. Where's your attention to the important issue of space crime? Huh? Exposed. Your bias has been, you're very Earth-centric. Your Earth-centrism has been exposed first time here on this channel. Gotcha.
He's focused on Muslims.
And you're not.
24/7. Oh, I'm focused on everyone and all crimes.
Nope.
Okay, can you play back your
Not space crime. Not space crime. Nope.
What I'm
segments on
not
the
is
grooming gangs of
devoting.
Rotherham?
I'm not
Can you
telling
show me
millions
your
of
piece
people
on-
Gotcha, bitch.
every day
on the
that the
grooming
only
gangs
problem in this
Manchester?
country is the Muslims taking over because it's bullshit. Anyway, we've got to leave it there. Will you be watching the rally, Gavin, on the weekend? Will you be
I'll be
tuning
there
in?
with bells on, just like I was at the last one.
Anyways, we gotta go, I gotta go get ready for the next show. I mean, do I? Is the show set up? Oh yeah, it is set up. Gotta go, guys. Gotta go. But you guys don't go anywhere because in 20 minutes. Oh, where did that come from? In 20 minutes, we're gonna go live again on this very channel that you're on right now for Iran Revolution Live. And Goldie will be there as well. So 20 minutes. I think Goldie's back. I hope Goldie's back. So 20 minutes from now, we're going to go live on this channel. So stay here. I'll go and take a bio break and be right back. Sarah, with the final super chat. Thank you. Sarah, you have been very generous, very supportive of this channel. Sarah saying, not even Superman can focus on all crimes at all times. Yes, true. There you go. Exactly. Everybody has to pick. You have to pick your battles. You have to pick your battles. You can't be focused on everything. It's such an obvious. And thank you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. We went way above my target of 10 super chats per live stream. So you guys were very kind today. So thank you so much for that. I calculated that it takes 10 super chats per live stream to keep this whole channel alive. That's why I have the 10 the goal there, and that's why but you guys go above and beyond every time, so thank you for that. Okay, let's go. See you guys in 20 minutes. You're gonna don't worry, I'll be back. Okay, all right. I'll miss you in this 20 minutes, but I'll see you soon. Okay, bye. Oh wait, I'm Israel Chai. Long live America. Javid Shah. Payan Deiran.